people never happy. It's never enough.
I cannot believe you, Mary.
Are you saying that advance have cured death?
Jog off!
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
Starting! Starting!
To every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
The silence. I'm forgetting all the controls already.
Today, now.
Don't worry, Kath, it'll be all right.
No, it won't be all right, Kath. Pack up your weapons of optical destruction and get out.
You realise you're beginning to sound like me?
I mean it, Kath.
Stay where you are, Kath. Jenny?
This is not Jenny's decision, Jeremy, or yours.
It'll be all right. I'll talk to Bugsy.
Oh, good. You can tell him I'll return his wife's casserole dish at our dinner next week. Jenny?
I'm sorry, Kath, you're gonna have to leave.
Letting it go to your head.
She nearly blinded
10
me.
seconds,
I thought we were
everybody.
all part of a team these days.
Things are better, Jeremy, you know that. Just stop being so
Going in
high-mighty
5,
and do your job.
4,
You'll have me fired too.
3.
Don't tempt me. Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
The establishment strikes back. The World Council has agreed today to impose punitive sanctions on the people of this country.
The sanctions, which are broad-ranging, include restrictions on the supply of oil and gas, food, clothing,
Hey, Nicole.
and even some medicines. But how should we react? We asked the public.
So how do you feel about the sanctions?
I actually think that with Advance in charge, we'll be fine. Of course, the rest
Give
of the
ads
world
playing
wants
now.
to fail, or it'll be their billionaires next. But I trust Julia and Peter.
Thanks, Patrick. Fascinating stuff.
Popular Prime Minister Julia Salisbury has released a reassuringly brave statement in response to the World Council.
This episode fucks. Great.
This international declaration is nothing short of outrageous. We are a democratically elected government with massive popular support. We do not recognize these sanctions, and we encourage other socially progressive nations of the world to both resist and ignore them. Advance have struck fear into the heart of the international community by showing that it is possible to have radical change for the betterment of the many. And whilst I wish we could improve other countries as much as we have our own, we do not rely on the help of others to thrive. This country is entirely self-sufficient. We are a team, now more than ever. And this team is on your side.
Yay. Thank you.
Defiant stuff. But what do you, the public, think of our government's stance? Robin Short found out.
Hi there, I was wondering if you could spend a moment to give us your thoughts on the government.
Honestly, I think they're doing a great job. I know the assets and world checks have made the difference for us for the cost of the little one. And people seem, happier in the main. I always said things would get better with a woman in charge.
Over to you, fellas. Global mega corporation.
He's getting so upset. Look at him. Like she's like still like upright and happy. He's like slouched and grumpy.
Responsibility.
The drug has been passed by the government for general release, but the small print warns that, in rare cases, side effects can include blurred vision, enlarged genitalia, and increased risk of stroke.
Enlarged genitalia? Who would complain about that?
But what do you, the public, think of Sophia Remington's latest venture? Patrick?
So what are your feelings on the new contraceptive pill?
I think it's a great idea. A big step forward for equality. Sophia Remington is the best thing that has ever happened to that company.
A momentary lapse of reason? Commuters across the capital found themselves somewhat bemused by the latest stunt by controversial protest group Disrupt.
In a baffling start to the day, commuters found performers outside every major station, all dressed and posed identically. Whether we're supposed to be amused or intimidated is anybody's guess, Jeremy, but most commuters didn't even stop to notice.
Well, as long as it's not some grand contemporary dance, it's probably harmless.
But
Probably
how
harmless.
do you all feel about Disrupt?
Disrupt.
And their eclectic tactics. Robin found out.
Do you have any feelings about Disrupt?
It's all a bit noisy for me, really. As Mother always said, leave the rebelling to the rebels, Malcolm.
Peace Corps famine. Resourceful doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensford today announced their first successful harvest in Dante's Taint. Although they can
Yeah, Dante's Taint's gonna come back in the worst way, I can tell.
seem to be staying positive, as the following picture shows.
The undauntable scientists chose to try and survive in the cave system while the complex rescue operation inches forward up here on dry land.
Let's hope they lie strong enough.
But with Advance planning to spend an eye-watering amount of public money on the rescue craft, we asked Patrick Bannon to find out what we should all be thinking about.
Can I like not turn this towards me?
What are your thoughts on the costs of the rescue?
What is the point of the fan?
Patrick Bannon, wash your mouth out with soap. You can't put a value on human life. You have to spend whatever it takes because one day you might be trapped in an underwater cave system.
Nothing
and you
yet,
want exactly
okay.
the same.
I don't think so, actually, because for legal reasons, we're actually not allowed within 31 yards of the coastline. So.
I am not a number. Applications finally opened today for the new Advance Team membership cards, a scheme by the government to allow fast access to all the new public services being introduced daily.
The team membership cards are entirely voluntary, but will be recognised as legal identification by all major organisations, including the police, banks, and, rightfully, pubs and bars.
And of course, there's no price, Jeremy.
Nicole, everything you say makes me question it.
Well, you've always been a cynic. But most importantly, what should you, the public, think about the new team membership cards?
Team membership cards?
Oh, yeah, fantastic. I'm applying today. I mean, why wouldn't you? What are these protesters doing? They don't want us to know who their names are. Besides, have you seen the savings you can get? I'm getting one for the little one as well.
How adorable.
Yeah, gonna be a proper little team member, aren't you? Yes, he's mine.
There's no baby in that carriage.
And finally tonight, back of the net, popular sports personality Johnny Hamsleeves and his fiancée Tiffany Lamore were spotted out today doing a little shopping for what many are already calling the greatest wedding ever.
We can only assume that Tiffany's latest show, My Teenage Secretions, has sold.
How could you say that?
As by the looks of things, the whole affair is about to become more expensive than Little C's shoe collection.
I didn't realize you can see people walking outside there.
But
Oh,
what
it's
should
June.
your opinion be of this extravagant display?
I missed
of
it.
Oh my god, fantastic!
Wise words there.
Later tonight, in a bit of a switcheroo, it'll be Jeremy in the culture chair, spitting rhymes with popular rapper Jay Zus. And then we'll both be chatting with a familiar team of thespians set to take the nation by storm again.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
National Nightly News, Triple N. Look at them, they're clinging the cups together.
First tonight, thankfully, some news as we return to our main story.
The World Council today agreed that punitive and potentially illegal sanctions should be imposed upon this country. The sanctions, which come into effect immediately, aim to stop the flow of food, fuel, and even some medicines from reaching your pockets.
Tonight, we have guests from across the continent to discuss this unprecedented situation. For Advance, Peter Clement is at his home in Lamfordshire. Are you there, Peter?
Yes, I can hear you, Jeremy. Thank you for having me.
A momentous day, Prime Minister. Are you shaken?
This bit's fun.
Stare that easy, I'm afraid, old son. And neither do the people of this country.
Well, joining us is Ivan Vodovich, Foreign Minister of Urkistan. Ivan, thank you for being here.
It's a great pleasure. You, Megan Wolf, are like strongest guard at Labour camp who wake up inside body of crazy, expensive prostitute.
Okay. Minister, as one of those arguing most strongly for these sanctions, how do you feel about Advance's defiant stance?
Advance is like man who think he have big career in movies land. When actually, in dirty sanitarium, screaming at me and holding tiny penis in hand.
He's clearly not from Svenland, then. We have like some of the cleanest mental health facilities in the continent, yeah?
And welcome to Svenland's Minister of Mojo, Björk.
The Minister of Mojo.
Surname.
It's just Björk, yeah. We don't use things like socially divisive surnames here, yeah?
Minister?
It's just Björk, yeah.
Right, Björk. Your country spoke in favour of advance at the World Council today, but you were noticeably absent when it came to the actual vote.
Well, what a surprise. The hippies didn't show up for the fight.
Oh,
Actually,
Peter.
That's quite racist, because if you must know, we were going to go to the whole, like, voting, yeah? But it's actually the Festival of Fureland here at the moment, where we honor the old generations. So, like, we all had to work our grandparents' gleania whilst the vote was happening, and that's, like, a really, really time-consuming process.
I love this guy.
You're like sissy man. You have this expression, sissy man? Is like man with tiny penis who like to wash more than once a week.
Actually, that's quite homophobic, yeah,
Oh,
because...
stop winding him up, Ivan. We're not back
That's quite homophobic, yeah.
Jeremy. Ivan and I used to play golf back in my media days.
He always wins.
Nothing gives him greater pleasure than grinding people's gears. The more publicly, the better.
Peter, you're like man with tiny penis who think he have tiny penis, but actually he discovered that. Oh, could it be? No, it's tiny penis.
When the rest of the world sees how well we're doing, they'll notice all that dosh that he's got squirreled away. Because that's what these sanctions are, Megan. They're the last pathetic gasp of an establishment in collapse. Wolves at the gates, Ivan, old mate.
Good. It can join others on my wall.
Actually, in Svenland, we have, like,
In Svenland.
welfare legislation. And, like, my friend Helga, she got arrested, yeah, for killing a butterfly that was hovering over her Tuesday. I mean, in English, jam sandwich.
I used to know a girl called Jam Sandwich. She was a right cracker, too. Wonder what became of her.
We seem to be wandering a little from the news here.
It's human interest, Jeremy. The real people behind the headlines and all that. So if you're watching, Jan, give us a call.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see if we can't organise a reunion.
Crash, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to run it past Mrs. Clement first.
I love that he always has a mug or a cup or a glass. He always has a drink in his hand.
This isn't the homecoming event. Soon you have tiny penis.
Tiny
And full of
penis.
secrets.
In Svenland, we don't really go into all that restricted monogamy stuff here. We're kind of fluid, actually.
Okay, well, it seems that
I assume that his coffee mug is full of alcohol, because every time he's been drinking every single time so far.
With the people of this country facing shortages and
The man's gonna die very early.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Possible shortages and power outages. Can you summarise your thoughts for us, Minister Björk?
Well, from here, yeah, you all look a bit stupid really arguing about outdated divisive concepts like money. In Finland, we replaced currency with a system of bodily fluids back in the 1970s, and that's like really hard to sanction, actually.
Thank you, Minister Votovich.
Your country is like man who think he invented perfect trap for giant mutant hairy bear. When really, he just standing in field
Holding his tiny penis, yes. Thank you, Minister. And finally, Prime Minister Clement.
Let me talk to your viewers here, Jeremy. Don't worry, everybody. Don't be afraid. Don't even lose a week.
That slow zoom on him.
I knew the rest of the world would react this way, and we're ready. As my old man used to say, you can't make a shite pie without blocking a few toilets.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Reassuring words there.
We'll be back
after these messages.
1 minute back.
Hey, Peter, I over your way this weekend. You fancy a quick 9?
Yeah, sure, front or back.
That's what I hope you're asking Megan Wolf for me.
She's out of your league, mate.
I keep forgetting the commercials. I need a commercial reminder.
Part of his long-term plan to get fired live on the news at 6 in front of the nation.
Can someone warn him it's going a little too well?
That was a B. Fuck. I want to get an A. Damn it.
This is important. New government censorship should show up in blue. Same as regular censoring. Keep an eye out for the advanced blue waveform.
The fuck? Why is it smoking?
Are you still meant to bow to foreign royalty?
What?
Should I just like curtsy?
Hang on. Have they given you the Crown Prince report?
What?
Meghan?
Meghan?
He'll be interviewing you.
Yo, thanks for having me on your show, man.
It's quite alright.
Yo, just a quick one. You're not gonna ask
Oh God, Jesus.
5 and 10 seconds.
Because he put that get up on himself. I'm just saying.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I'm Megan Wolf. Later,
So now there's blue sensors I have to look out for?
Theatrical sensation everyone's going to be talking about. But first, it's time to go over to the culture spot with lovely old Jeremy Donaldson, who's joined by a very special guest. Jeremy.
Thanks, Megan. I have the honor and
Pause a second. Pause. Yeah, the call said there's new blue sensors I have to do. So now I look for the red bars and the blue bars to censor. You have a choice. You can censor the blue or not. Does it affect my money? Does it affect... it's gonna... I know you can't tell me because it's gonna affect something. I know you can't tell me, but... Like, so far I've been playing pretty pro-government this entire playthrough. But, like... It's government-specific censoring. Alright. Well, I'll see what he says, and I'll decide on the moment if it's worth censoring or not.
being joined by hip-hop royalty. He's been called the son of the streets and the father of truth. Not sure how that works, but whatever. Let's welcome Jesus!
Jesus!
Thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, it's a real honor to be here on your show, The News. You know, as a kid on the streets, I used to watch you through a window of the shop, so to be here right now is crazy.
You've had quite the journey to be here today. Can you tell us about it?
Well, you know, I try not to, well, you know, the past is the past, and I don't like to dwell on it.
I understand.
But yeah, man, the streets is all I remember. Like, my mother donated me to a charity shop soon after I was born. Elderly lady took pity on me. You know, she let me sleep on a pile of crime fiction until I taught myself how to walk.
Wow, that's quite the childhood.
She died tragically. Right there in my arms, man. You know, I remember a tear falling as she laid there next to the used homeware. And in that moment, I became a child of the streets. I was just 18 months old.
What a tale. What a tale. You're known for your direct and honest lyrics. Was your style informed by your troubled past?
Oh, like I said, I try not to talk about it. It's just too hard.
Of course.
But my first album is about the story of the first 4 times I stole, so I wouldn't starve. A small group of infants came to see me as their de facto leader. They call me Mr. Cheese Slice.
Mr. Cheese Slice. That's my new nickname. If I ever get a Blue Sky account, I'm changing my username to Mr. Cheese Slice.
Recently, you've been quite outspoken.
Goodbye, kind king.
Yeah, fuck the government. Fuck Advance. Fuck Peter Clement.
What is it that you object to so vehemently?
Well, you know, they
Fuck, I fucked that up.
Redistributing it. Actually, homelessness has been all but eliminated in the last couple of months.
So?
Surely that's a cause close to your heart?
Yeah. Nah, of course, man. Very much so. I just mean, like...
No, I know. I completely got sidetracked by the cheese slice.
People have been rehoused on property seized from the historically wealthy. And that couldn't have been you, could it?
Look, yeah. I worked hard to be here. I built this from nothing. And I deserve to be rewarded for that.
Fuck. Oh, am I fucking this up?
Would you say you worked harder than, say, a farmer or a care worker?
I don't know. But if people are taking something from my music, choose to value it, buy it, who's to say I don't? And no one can take that away from me.
Not even to help, say, vulnerable children?
Mr. Cheese Slice.
What is it you're trying to say?
I just don't understand where you've placed yourself politically. I mean, is it ideological or is it tactical?
Well, it's more of
Or
like...
maybe it's hereditary.
Stop trying to tie me in knots with your words, Jeremy. I let the music speak for itself. And the people agree with me.
Well, that remains to be seen. But you have given me a very easy segue out of a conversation that I promise you was much more painful for me than it was for you. So here he is with his hit song, Mrs. Ludlow's Tears.
Oh no, I'm going to do something a little different. It's a new single I've been working on.
Oh, so this is unapproved, is it?
Yeah. You love it.
Excellent. Don't worry, we've got a state-of-the-art...
Jeremy wants this all to burn to the ground. He's like, shit, this is great.
With a new song. Aren't we lucky? It's Jesus!
First.
Oh, I'm gonna be on the censor bar a lot, probably, aren't I here?
You're gonna pay back.
Well, we're all different races from many different places. At any given moment, only one could be the greatest. So you can feel the elation from your participation. Still two leaders in this motherfucking nation. Now we're getting sanctioned, talking about expansion. Why does Julius require a massive fucking mansion? So fuck all your schemes. I don't need your freaky team, and I don't need your help to achieve my fucking dreams.
Fuck, this is tricky.
So don't make a fuss when you find you're one of us. Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus. And you can call me crazy, cause no one ever pays me. But I won't waste a lifetime being motherfucking lazy. I may be inventive, my taste may be expensive. But why would I get out of bed with no fucking incentive? Although it's contravention of your obvious intention. I like to eat a little of the fruits in my invention. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. The best of the praise, of the crest of the wave.
Oh, this is great.
Only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Take this fact, gonna stain it red, gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. It's time to spawn a castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. So this is for the snuff ones, the push and the shove ones, the folks that feel the burden of their motherfucking loved ones. Ones who had plenty like a motherfucking Bentley. The ones who now finding that their bank accounts are empty. The ones of aspiration who had to flee a nation. The ones who built a business out of dreams of perspiration. There's all sorts of people, the good and the evil. It only takes a glance to see we're not all equal. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. And the best of the praise, of the crest of the waves. Cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Gonna take this fact, gonna stain it red. Gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Time to fall a castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Get out of your seats, get your asses in the streets. Set a fire in the building, let them feel some fucking heat. Say you hate to go getters, you're squilling bet letters and burn them on the powers of advances fucking letters. Gonna take this fact, gonna stain it red, gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Time to storm the castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Chase that dream, you don't need a fucking team. And advances, little dances on as harmless as a
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Jesus there with his new song. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. I'm sorry. I may not agree with you, but I'd just like to offer you an apology. I've just been told that there was some kind of issue upstairs, and an attempt was made to censor some of your lyrics.
What? Are you joking?
I'd just like to say to you and everyone at home that this was a mistake.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe this.
Here at the National Nightly News, we pride ourselves on remaining neutral,
Fuck.
unbiased,
Fuck.
and independent of
Fuck.
any outside interference. You have my word. We will never censor ideas. Back to you, Megan.
I fucked up.
Well, a bit of
I fucked up.
there. Sorry about that. Well, thank you to little Jeremy Donaldson for providing our culture spot. Coming up, we'll be speaking to a couple of familiar faces about their upcoming dramatic outing. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Just a reminder, fixing that old VCR. With a new tape. Pass that break.
This is just a mix-up, I'm sure. Now,
What?
come with me. I really do have to ask
Oh,
you to
trust me.
leave it.
My father's going to hear about this.
I understand.
How do I...
This is unbelievable, Megan.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy.
How do I take out the tape? That was an E? Fuck my life. Click the VHS. I am clicking. The advanced one?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, shut up, stop it.
Look at him.
If we could just get you in position.
Oh, say no more. Say no more.
Megan, Jeremy, you.
Oh, I got you.
And Mr. Harris.
So you can't play the same ad twice. Gotcha.
You're back together again, eh? Who'd have thought it?
Perhaps a lower order demon.
Yes, it is awfully exciting, isn't it? Right, okay then. We're going live in 10 seconds, opening on camera 1.
Oh god, Jeff Algebra again.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back, and no, you're not mistaken. Sitting across from us are some very familiar faces.
You really are too kind, Megan. It was only a yogurt commercial, but I'm still proud of it.
Here to talk about his new show, we're joined by National Treasure Tommy Harris, the National Theatre's
Tommy Harris.
and National Deficit Jeff Algebra.
It's so lovely to have you all. Tommy, would you like to tell us about the show?
You know what? I'd bloody love to. It's about me.
Fucking Tommy.
It's about my life.
And where did the idea come from?
So, right, picture this. Their legs akimbo, mid-session, sweat is pouring out of me like an immense hog. Cindy comes in, she says, Pete's on the phone.
That's Peter Clement, the Prime Minister.
Yeah, Pete's actually a really good mate of mine.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, no, he comes to the training sometimes. He's actually a pretty good goal sweeper. Anyway, so, yeah, Pete, he says, Toby, he thinks my name's Toby, see? He says, how would you like to spread your message of team spirit and cooperation across this fractured nation? How would you like to really make a difference in these desperate times?
What did you say?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, Jeff, the question on everyone's lips is,
What?
are you doing here?
Well, after the success of my debut work and all the people that I've touched, I knew that I had a career in theatre. Yeah? I've always been an admirer of Tommy from afar. So when my manager phoned and said that I'd been offered the gig as director, I was ecstatic. I whipped my trousers off and got straight to work.
Why did you do that?
I do all my best work with my trousers off.
Yeah, I've been told that too.
I wouldn't say so.
Right, Tommy, sorry.
I love Jeff
what's
Algebra.
the sense of what the show is actually about?
It's about how hard it's been for me and some of the struggles that I've faced. It like really getting to the heart of how tough it is to be me. I call it Tommy Harris. Jesus, that was hard.
It's catchy. We actually have some clips of the process of the show. Would you mind telling us what's going on here?
Yeah, so the show is built around two things that are very important to me. It mixes scenes from my life as well as epic fantasy retellings of scenes from my life.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
I'm sorry, son. You're an embarrassment.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
Back, demon!
Philippa, what's it been like?
I was not prepared for that.
I've always dreamed of treading the boards at medium-scale regional theatres, Megan. And for once, this show really gives me something to sink my teeth into.
What's different about this show then?
Tommy, Mr. Harris's show really lets me show my tremendous range as an actor. I've always suffered from typecasting, forced to play the same tired characters in every god-awful yogurt advert or godforsaken soap opera or god.
Oh my god, what is she wearing?
But you know, this show has really let me just go there.
Jeff, the viewers at home will be dying to know exactly what is it that you bring to the show.
Good question.
I think these guys would agree with me when I say that it's my my steady hand on the tiller, my arm round the shoulder approach that's really brought the production.
He's eating a whole carrot.
Absolutely right. Jeff's contributions are immeasurable. Can you give us a sneak peek of anything else that might be in the show?
Yeah, all sorts, yeah.
Yeah. We've got lots of exclusive first-hand experiences of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
And some epic fantasy retellings of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
Oh my god.
You'll never touch sacred pass! And
The fucking Gandalf wizard.
this was officially commissioned by the government?
Yeah, all paid for by the taxpayer, which, you know, to be honest, is actually a lifesaver, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that without Advance's support, we'd have had to cut the finale.
Which frankly would have been a travesty.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ!
You do this every night.
Absolutely. It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
And the public are footing the bill, are they?
Too bloody right they are. Between the cost
Oh, Jeremy's so fucking done. He hates everything about Advance at this point.
Amazing. And where can the folks at home come and see this for themselves?
We're performing all over the nation.
And people can see it for absolutely free, all courtesy of Advance. Isn't that incredible, Jeremy?
Yes, it's unbelievable.
Well, thank you all so much for
He's so done.
So you no doubt you'll have taken our jobs.
Yeah.
That's all we have time for tonight. Join us tomorrow when I'll be interviewing the world's most attractive horse. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. And from all of us here, have a peaceful night.
Have a peaceful night.
That's the ads. Let's get reset for tomorrow, please.
Hey, we must stop bumping into each other like this, eh?
I keep forgetting the ads.
Oh.
That was a B. Okay, I'll take a B. Broadcast complete. Oh, it was the entire broadcast. Oh, I got a Beb. I'll take a Beb. How bad was that? Oh, that E was all over the place. Because I was censoring and trying to do the music all at the same time. That was a mess. Jesus. All offensive words were censored. All interferencing show. An exceedingly poor edit. Sloppily timed commercial breaks. Advance happy with the broadcast. Okay, Advance was happy. Okay. I'm not upset about that. You received your full wages. Current wealth starting to get rich. Boom, baby. Pleasure cruise went down. This is the male contraceptive pill went up. Makeup went down, and Crazy Dave's, whatever his, went up. So this must be, so this is Advance, and this is Defiance, right? Or Disrupt. This must be Advance, and that must be Disrupt. And Channel 1 still loves me. Okay. Which ones do I want to watch here? Let's start with the pre-roll is always good, even though there's not usually. I want to listen to the Jesus song.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, I haven't had any food today.
Oh, you're fired.
All of them? Okay.
What?
You're fired.
What for? Facial sabotage?
Jenny,
Problem?
I want her fired today, now.
Don't worry, Kath, it'll be all right.
Megan's such a bitch.
Kath, pack up your weapons of optical destruction and get out.
You realise you're beginning to sound like me?
I mean it, Kath.
It's amazing how Jeremy's getting nicer and more like.
This is not Jenny's decision, Jeremy, or yours.
It'll be all right. I'll talk to Bozeman.
Oh, good.
Oh, Jeremy.
I'll return his wife's casserole dish at our dinner next week. Jenny.
Leave Jenny alone too.
I'm sorry, Kath, you're going to have to leave.
Letting it go to your head.
She nearly blinded me.
10 seconds,
I thought we were
everybody.
all part of a team these days.
Things are better, Jeremy, you know that. Just stop being so
Going in
high and mighty
5,
and do your job.
4,
You'll have me fired too.
3.
Don't tempt me.
What? Oh my god. Interesting. Yes, Nicole. Very interesting. Son of a bitch.
God, I'm sorry. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Wait, I already played this one. Wait, she says she hasn't had any food?
Ow! Oh, God, I'm sorry. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm sorry. I haven't had any food today.
Oh, just today.
Fired.
Okay.
Wise words there.
Later tonight, in a bit of a switcheroo, it'll be Jeremy in the culture chair, spitting rhymes with popular rapper Jay Z.
Oh, that's right. He did the interview, not her. They're making her more prominent.
Again.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National
Nightly
Nightly
News.
That's the titles.
Only there was someone to do it for you.
She's not your enemy.
Is it you then?
No, it's Bannon. He's been sending coded messages to Bozeman after every show.
Of course, it's the only credible solution.
You must be very disappointed.
Yes, until now I thought him as a son I'd never had.
I prefer you like this. Going in 10 seconds. What did I miss?
I'm sorry I snapped it.
5,
Particularly squeeze
4, 3.
She's trying to be flirty.
First tonight, thankfully, some news as we return to our main story.
The World Council today agreed that punitive and potentially illegal sanctions should be imposed upon this country. The sanctions, which come into effect immediately, aim to stop the flow of food, fuel, and even some medicines from reaching your pockets.
Tonight, we have guests from across the continent to discuss this unprecedented situation. For advance, Peter Clement is at his home in Lamfordshire. Are you there, Peter?
Yes, I can hear you, Jeremy. Thank you for having me.
A momentous day, Prime Minister. Are you shaken?
Oh, I don't scare that easy, I'm afraid, old son. And neither do the people of this country.
Well, joining us is Ivan Vodovich, Foreign Minister of Urkistan. Ivan, thank you for being here.
It's a great pleasure. You, Megan Wolf, are like strongest guard at Labour camp who wake up inside body of
Crazy expensive
filthy
prostitutes.
In my country, you will be worshipped as a god.
Okay.
Minister, as
Fair,
one of those
fair, that's a
arguing
fair
strongly
assessment.
for these sanctions, how do you feel about Advance's defiant stance?
Advance is like man who think he have a big career in movies.
I was listening about the
But
penis
actually,
again.
He in dirty sanitarium, screaming at mirror and holding tiny penis in hand.
He's clearly not from Svenland, then. We have like some of the cleanest mental health facilities in the continent, yeah?
And welcome to Svenland's Minister of Mojo. Yeah,
I just like that he's in like a white bathrobe. It's clearly supposed to be like outside in the middle of the Alps somewhere.
Minister?
It's just Björk, yeah.
Right
It's
then,
just Björk.
Björk. Your country spoke in favour of Advance at the World Council today, but you were noticeably absent when it came to the actual vote.
Well, what a surprise. The hippies didn't show up for the fight.
Actually, that's quite racist, because if you must know, we were going to go to the whole, like, vote thing, yeah? But it's actually the Festival of Feuerland here at the moment, where we honor the old generations. So, like, we all had to work our grandparents clean, yeah, whilst the vote was happening, and that's, like,
Wait.
a really, really time-consuming process.
They
actually.
lick their grandparents clean.
Sissy man. You had this expression, sissy man.
How, I love that I
It's like
miss
man
all this shit when I'm
tiny penis
freaking out about
who
the
like to wash More
monitor.
than once a week.
Actually, that's quite homophobic, yeah,
Oh,
because...
stop winding him up, Ivan. We're not back at the Grange now. Sorry, Jeremy. Ivan and I used to play golf back in my media days.
Yeah, he always wins.
Nothing gives him greater pleasure than grinding people's gears. The more publicly, the better.
Peter, you're like man with
Tiny penis.
who think he have tiny penis, but actually he discovered that. Oh, could it be? No, it's tiny penis.
Ivan's just worried that when the rest of the world sees how well we're doing, they'll notice all that dosh that he's got squirreled away. Because that's what these sanctions are, Megan. They're the last pathetic gasp of an establishment in collapse. Wolves at the gates, Ivan, old mate.
Good. It can join others on my wall.
Actually, in Svenland, we have, like, serious animal welfare legislation. And, like, my friend Helge, she got arrested, yeah, for killing a butterfly that was hovering over her fuel thing. I mean, in English, jam sandwich.
I used to know a girl that sandwich.
Her jam sandwich.
Well, what became of her?
We seem to be wandering a little from the news here.
That's my new lingo from now
Jeremy,
on.
the real people behind the headlines and all that. So if you're watching, Jan, give us a call.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see if we can't organise a reunion.
Crash, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to run it past Mrs. Clement first, eh?
Peter, you're like man trying to empty ashes of mistresses into oncoming vent. Soon you have tiny penis and beard full of
Tiny
secrets.
penis.
In Svenland, we don't really go in for all that restricted monogamy stuff here. We're kind of fluid, actually.
Okay.
Same
well,
here, buddy.
It seems that we are running out of time.
Yes, so before we go to the break, briefly, if you would, gentlemen, with the people of this country facing shortages and power outages.
Possible shortages and power outages.
Yes, of
Possible.
course. Thank you. Possible shortages and power outages. Can you summarise your thoughts for us, Minister Bjerg?
Well, from here, yeah, you all look a bit stupid really arguing about outdated divisive concepts like money. In Finland, we replaced currency with a system of bodily fluids back in the 1970s, and that's like really hard to sanction, actually.
Thank you, Minister Votovich.
Your country is like man who think he invented perfect trap for giant Newton hairy bear, when really he just standing in field
Holding his tiny penis, yes. Thank you, Minister. And finally, Prime Minister Clement.
Let me talk to your viewers here, Jeremy.
Well, Peter's fireside
Don't
chat.
worry, everybody. Don't be afraid.
Who's doing the zoom on Peter's camera for him?
Sleep. We knew the rest of the world would react this way, and we're ready. As my old man used to say, you can't make a shite pie without blocking a few toilets.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Reassuring words there.
Everything is okay.
We'll be back
after these messages.
1 minute back.
Hey, Peter, I over your way this weekend. You fancy a quick 9?
Yeah, sure, front or back.
That's what I hope you're asking Megan Wolf for me.
She's out of your league, mate.
Interesting.
It's all part of his long-term plan to get fired live on the news at 6 in front of the nation.
Can someone warn him it's going a little too well?
Interesting.
Front or back.
That's what I hope you're asking Megan Wolf for me.
She's out of your league, mate.
Thank you for the correction.
Well, you have to be more careful.
It's all part of his long-term plan to get fired live on the news at 6 in front of the nation.
Can someone warn him it's going a little too well?
Cherry wants to get fired. Alright. Let's listen to this God song. Because I censored most of this song. And I was too busy popping around to hear all the lyrics. Jesus.
Are you still meant to bow to foreign royalty?
What?
Should I just, like, curtsy?
Hang on. Have they given you the Crown Prince report?
What?
Megan?
This is Jeremy.
They're giving Megan the better stories.
Yo, thanks for having me on your show, man.
It's quite alright.
Yo, just a quick one. You're not going to ask me about the chimp, are you?
Live in 10 seconds.
Because he put that get up on himself. I'm just saying.
The chimp.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I'm Megan Wolf. Later, we have an exclusive first look at a theatrical sensation everyone's going to be talking about. But first, it's time to go over to the culture spot with lovely old Jeremy Donaldson, who's joined by a very special guest. Jeremy.
Thanks, Megan. I have the honour and privilege of being joined by hip-hop royalty. He's been called the son of the streets and the father of truth. Not sure how that works, but whatever. Let's welcome Jesus!
Jesus!
Thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, it's a real honour to be here on your show, The News. You know, as a kid on the streets, I used to watch you through a window of the shop, so to be here right now is crazy.
You've had quite the journey to be here today. Can you tell us about it?
Well, you know, I try not to, well, you know, the past is the past, and I don't like to dwell on it.
I understand. You
But yeah, man, the streets is all I remember. Like, my mum
I like the
donated me
past.
to a
But let me
charity
tell you
shop
about my
soon after
past.
I was born. Elderly lady took pity on me. You know, she let me sleep on a pile of crime fiction until I taught myself how to walk.
Wow, that's quite the childhood.
And she died tragically. Right there in my arms, man. You know, I remember a tear falling as she laid there next to the used homeware. And in that moment, I became a child of the streets. I was just 18 months old.
What a tale.
I was 18 months old, sleeping on a pile of crime.
You're known for your direct and honest lyrics. Was your style informed by your troubled past?
Oh, like I said, I
try not to
talk about it. It's just,
Fuck this guy.
Of course.
But my first album is about the story of the first 4 times I stole, so I wouldn't starve. A small group of infants came to see me as their de facto leader. They call me Mr. Cheese Slice.
Mr. Cheese Slice.
Anyway, we were like a family.
So it would seem.
He throws the.
Recently,
I didn't realize he
you've
threw
been
the
quite
card
outspoken
away.
about the government.
Yeah, fuck the government. Fuck Advance. Fuck Peter Clement.
What is it that you object to so vehemently?
Well,
Jeremy's doing this on
they stole from
purpose.
us. They're
He's
taking our
trying to
money
get
and spending it,
the
man.
government stuff out of him.
Redistributing it. Actually, homelessness has been all but eliminated in the last couple of months.
So?
Surely that's a cause close to your heart?
Yeah. Nah, of course, man. Very much so. I just mean, like why do I have to pay for it, you know?
Like he threw away the bullshit fluffy questions and he's just
People have
asking
been
about.
housed on property seized from the historically wealthy. And that couldn't have been you, could it?
Look, yeah. I worked hard to be here. I built this from nothing.
And that's why he's
And I
pissed
deserve
off
to be
because
rewarded for
he's
that.
rich and probably got
Would you say
hit
you
with the
work
tax.
harder than, say, a farmer or a care worker?
I don't know. But if people are taking something from my music, choose to value it, buy it, who's to say I don't? And no one can take that away from me.
Not even to help, say, vulnerable children?
Mr. Cheese Slice?
Mr. Cheese Slice.
Now he's showing the
What you were trying to
hypocrisy.
I just don't understand where you've placed yourself politically. I mean, is it ideological or is it tactical?
Well, it's more of a
Or
like,
maybe it's hereditary.
stop trying to tie me in knots with your words, Jeremy. I let the music speak for itself. And the people agree with me.
Well, that remains to be seen. But you have given me a very easy segue out of a conversation that I promise you was much more painful for me than it was for you. So here he is with his hit song, Mrs. Ludlow's Tears.
Oh, no. I'm going to do something a little different. It's a new single I've been working on.
Oh, so this is unapproved, is it?
Yeah. You love it.
His smile at the camera. His little like,
system. What's the worst that could happen?
hey.
So here he is.
He
with a
wants it
new
all to
song.
burn.
Aren't we lucky? It's Jesus.
He knows it's a fucking joke.
You're gonna pay up. You're gonna pay back.
Well, we're all different races from many different places. At any given moment, only one could be the greatest. So you can feel the elation from your participation. Still 2 leaders in this motherfucking nation. Now we're getting sanctioned, talking about expansion. Why does Julius require a massive fucking mansion? So fuck all your schemes. I don't need your freaky team, and I don't need your help to achieve my fucking dreams. So don't make a fuss when you find you're one of us. Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus. And you can call me crazy, cause no one ever pays me. But I won't waste a lifetime being motherfucking lazy. I may be inventive, my taste may be expensive. But why would I get out of bed with no fucking incentive? Although it's contravention of your obvious intention. I like to eat a little of the fruits in my invention. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. The best of the praise of the press of the wave. Cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Take this fact, gonna stain it red. Gonna slam it into Peter Clement's motherfucking head. Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. It's time to stone a costume with a motherfucking pitchfork.
Fuck.
So this is for the snub ones, the push and the shove ones, the folks who feel the burden of their motherfucking loved ones who had plenty like a motherfucking.
I know I did. He's not wrong though, that's the thing.
Empty, the ones of aspiration, who had to flee a nation, the ones who built a business out of dreams of perspiration. There's all sorts of people, the good and the evil. It only takes a glance to see we're not all equal.
Like as someone who like if I was that poor, I would love Advance. But if I was rich and got my money taken away, I hate Advance. Like, it goes both ways. Fucking head, cause he's sick as shit. He's unfit for it's time to scratch us with the motherfucking pitchfork. It's very good.
take his facts.
Gonna stain it red, gonna slam it into Peter Clement's motherfucking head. Cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Signs from the castle with the motherfucking pitchfork. Yeah, the song slaps. So, oh, he called to disrupt, and that's the symbol. That's the fist.
Jay's us there with his new song. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. I'm sorry. I might not agree with you, but I'd just like to offer you an apology. I've just been told that there was some kind of issue upstairs, and an attempt was made to censor some of your lyrics.
What? Are you joking?
I'd just like to say to you...
So if I had not censored anything, what would have happened?
This is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe this.
Here at the National Nightly News, we pride ourselves on remaining neutral, unbiased, and independent of any outside interference. You have my word. We will never censor ideas. Back to you, Megan.
Well, a bit of dangerous language there, sorry about that. Well, thank you to little Jeremy Donaldson for providing our culture spot. Coming up, we'll be speaking to a couple of familiar faces about their upcoming dramatic outing. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
That's the ads.
Jenny, this is fucking outrageous!
Thank you so much. If you could just come with me.
No, this is ridiculous. Who do I complain to?
This is just a mix-up, I'm sure. Now, if you come with me, I really do have to ask
Oh,
you to
trust me.
leave it.
My father's going to hear about this.
I understand.
Okay, Draco Malfoy.
This is unbelievable, Megan!
I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy.
No, why is that? What? I need more. Fuck. I don't even remember what this one was. It's fucking good. My only complaint is I wish I didn't have to. I wish I could be absorbing this while I'm playing the game. Like, you go through all the stress of the board and then you come back here to watch everything. And like, I feel like I'm just like, because I'm absorbing a lot of this, but there are big things that I'm clearly missing, and those are the things that have the most intrigue. I hate that I'm surfing through the entire segments again, looking for these bits of intrigue, because the intrigue is great. I just want those bits.
Oh, shut up! Stop it.
Look at him.
If we could just get you in position.
Oh, say no more. Say no more.
Megan, Jeremy, you remember Mr. Algebra?
Vividly.
And Mr. Harris, and this is Ms. Raiden.
What?
Philippa, please.
We're back together again, eh? Who'd have thought it?
Perhaps a lower-order demon.
Yes, it is awfully exciting.
A law order demon.
Okay then, we're going live in 10 seconds.
Come on, Jenny.
Number 1.
He just put this gum in his hand! He put the fucking gum in his hand! I didn't get that the first time!
Sitting across from us.
Wait, Nicole, isn't that in your animatic? There was a scene in your animatic where you had like something in someone's hand, like it looked like, I thought it was like toothpaste.
Here to talk about his new show.
God fucking damn it!
National Treasure, Tommy Harris, the National Theatre's Philippa Raiden, and National Deficit, Jeff Algebra.
So lovely to have
Ah,
you
it's
all.
so good.
Would you like to tell us about the show?
You know what? I'd bloody love.
How did I see? I watched that. I'm like, how the fuck did I miss that the first time? I'm too fucking concentrated on the boards.
Their legs akimbo, mid-session.
National Deficit Jeff Algebra.
Hog, and then Cindy comes in. She says, Pete's on the phone.
That's Peter Clement,
The Prime Minister.
Yeah. Pete's actually a really good mate of mine.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah. No, he comes to training sometimes. He's actually a pretty good goal sweeper. Anyway, so yeah.
A goal sweeper.
He thinks my name's Toby. See, he says, "How would you?"
He's just holding it there the entire time.
Spread your message of team spirit and cooperation.
Yeah, he's holding the entire interview.
How would you like to really make a difference in these desperate times?
What did you say?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
The
right.
question
Yeah.
on everyone's lips is, what in God's name are you doing here?
Well, after the success of my debut work...
The fuck are you doing here, Jeff?
I knew that I had a career in theatre. Yeah? I've always been an admirer of Tommy from afar. So when my manager
From
phoned and said I'd
afar.
offered the gig as director, I was ecstatic. I whipped my trousers off and got straight to work.
Why did you do that?
I do all my best work with my trousers off.
Yeah, I've been told that too.
No, I wouldn't say so. Right, Tommy.
No, I wouldn't say so.
What the show is actually about.
It's about
God,
how
she does
hard
not want to work with either of them.
struggles that I've faced. It like really getting to the heart of how tough it is to be me. I call it Tommy Harris. Jesus, that was hard.
It's catchy. We actually have some clips of the process of the show. Would you mind telling us what's going on here?
Yeah, so the show is built around two things that are very important to me. It mixes scenes from my life as well as epic fantasy retellings of scenes from my life.
But Dad,
Oh, I'm gonna lose my
you
shit again.
promised you'd come to my graduation.
I'm sorry, son. But you're an embarrassment.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
Back, demon! Back to the hells!
Philippa, what's it been like co-starring with Tommy Harris?
I've always dreamed of treading the boards at medium-scale regional theatres.
Oh,
And for
it was
once, the
funny.
show really
That
gives
caught me
us
off guard
something
so hard the
to
first
think about.
time.
What's different
I'm watching the
about
role,
it?
yeah.
Tommy, Mr. Harris's show really lets me show my tremendous range as an actor.
I like her range. It's the same hand motion, just a different hat every time.
Tired characters in every god-awful yogurt advert or godforsaken soap opera or, God forbid, a pantomime. But, you know, this show is really
Fucking-
just go there.
It's the same
Jeff,
shirt, it's the same
viewers at
everything.
home
It's
would
just the
have
hat.
died to know exactly what is it that you bring to the show?
Oh, good question. I think these guys would agree with me when I say that it's my my steady hand on the tiller, my arm round the shoulder approach that's really brought the production from strength to strength.
Absolutely right. Jeff's contributions are immeasurable. He was our rock.
Can you give us a sneak peek of anything else that might be in the show?
Yeah, all sorts, yeah.
Yeah, we've got lots of exclusive first-hand experiences of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
And some epic
The
fantasy
underground.
retellings of Tommy's time in the underground sports board scene.
Same thing again, just.
The sacred pass!
And am I right in saying this was officially
Oh my
commissioned by the
god.
government?
Yeah, all
And the
paid
government
for by
wasted
the
money on this
taxpayer,
shit.
which, you know, to be honest, was actually a lifesaver, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that without Advance's support, we'd have had to cut the finale.
Which frankly would have been a travesty.
They wasted all that money on a CG dragon.
God, Jesus
Goodness, and you do this every night.
Absolutely. It's a metaphor.
For what?
For what?
Death or something.
Death?
And the public are footing the bill, are they?
Too bloody right.
Burn them down, Jeremy! I want Jeremy to shoot up this place. That better be the finale. Jeremy has a nervous breakdown and just shoots up the entire office.
Come and see this for themselves.
We're performing all over the nation.
Because Megan's primed to be the bad guy at this point. Megan is getting too powerful. They're putting all the attention on her. She's talking to all the bosses. She's talking to Peter. Megan's getting in the good graces of the powers that be. Where Jeremy's definitely like pushing the limit.
That's all we have time for tonight. Join us tomorrow when I'll be interviewing the world's most attractive horse. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. And from all of us here, have a peaceful night.
Have a peaceful night.
That's the ads. Let's get reset for tomorrow, please.
Hey, we must stop bumping into each other like this, eh?
Oh wait, is this why he puts the gum? He puts the gum in his. That's why I didn't catch that the first. I was like, why is that handshake so awkward at the end? He put the fucking gum back in fucking Algorithm's hand. This is a fucking beautiful game. This is a fucking beautiful game. Brother. A ladder worth climbing. It's a lazy Sunday afternoon in summer, and you and Sam making the most of both kids being out of the house. You head into the pantry, taking a moment to remember when it used to be your mother's room, before coming out with the last 2 slices of homemade cake. Nice. It's rare for you and Sam to actually get to finish sweet things in this house, and you savor every mouthful. Just as you take your last bite, you hear the sound of the front door slamming. That'll be Charlie back from the Go-Getters. You hear him practically running to come find you, and he's grinning from ear to ear when he finally does. I have some really big news! You and Sam play along, sitting attentively with the bated breath. Ready? Charlie asks, as you both nod enthusiastically. With a flourish, he reveals a new badge from his pocket and proudly presents it to you both to examine as he announces, as of today, I'm a member of the first tier of the Cohesion Cadets. There's way more stuff that I'm gonna be doing, and I'll be working some weekends, but it'll be really cool. Saying congratulations, Charlie, as you can't help but frown. This seems as a big step up for teenagers. We're thrilled you're doing so well, son. So does that mean our son's working for the government now? And our daughter is spreading... Oh, fuck. You've always had dinner as a family for the important events. Tonight is no exception. You've even invited Chris round as an olive branch. Or Sam did, and that's why, apparently. It'll be the last time you're all going to be together for a while. So far, you've managed to avoid fighting with Chris or Susie over the politics, which Sam is no doubt grateful for. Susie spent so much time with her boyfriend lately, it seems like she's barely home at home. Yeah, because my daughter is definitely joining fucking Disrupt. My son's joining the government. Given how much time you've been spending together on their own, you were a bit surprised when Susie and Zach proposed a big family dinner tonight. He and Chris have always gotten on like a house on fire, much to your irritation. You wish your mother could have been here. She and Susie were always close, but the mood is a happy one nonetheless. You take a sip of your drink and enjoy the moment. You and Zach have never seen eye to eye on a matter of politics, or anything for that matter. His strong support of Disrupt is a real concern, but Sam has forbidden you from any more arguments about it. Susie stands, tapping her glass with a spoon, silencing the various conversations. We have an announcement to make. It catches you by surprise, and you find yourself hoping for good news. Nope. I don't want to do a big speech or anything, but we want everyone together to tell you. You hope this isn't going where you think it's going. Zach and I are moving in together, she announces to the chorus of congratulations from around the room. Well, I'm moving to Zach's studio for now while we look for somewhere the two of us. Susie follows up quickly, clearing. I'm kind of fucked either way here. Because if I support her, she gets more aligned with Disrupt. If I tell her, no, you're not moving in with him, she's gonna get mad at me and join Disrupt out of, like, because she hates me already. I'm gonna say good job, because the more she hates me, the more she wants to do Disrupt. So I'm hoping me showing support lessens her disruptiveness. Susie grins at you as Sam turns to her and gushes, "Oh, tell us about these places you're looking at." The room fills with excited conversations and laughter. It's great to see your daughter happy. Eventually, it's time for Susie and Zach to leave and head to their new home. It turns out, while you and Sam were out that afternoon, they'd been moving Susie's stuff as a surprise. There are a few tears, but mostly smiles as you see them out. Even Chris has been surprisingly well behaved this evening. Hopefully it all works out. You close the front door and Sam disappears upstairs. When they don't return, you go looking and find them sitting on the floor in Susie's empty room. You slide down the wall beside them and put your arm around their shoulders. Everyone has to grow up sometime. Ugh. A sign of things to come. Shopping, something that seemed tedious before the sanctions, has become even more of a chore now. You managed to get almost everything you need for the family this evening, but you'll have to come back tomorrow to get through the week. There's a queue to leave the car park, though it's hard to make out while it's dark. Hopefully whatever's causing won't be long. As the final car in front of you drives off, you realize the queue is actually due to a checkpoint step at the exit. A friendly-looking man in the advanced uniform, CCO, emblazoned in a number of places on it, approaches your car and knocks on the driver's side window. Good evening. Nothing to worry about. I was just wondering if I could see your team membership card, please. Didn't Sam sign you both up for yours a few weeks back? You rummage in the glove box and eventually produce your card. Yep, that's all great, thanks. Don't forget to keep an eye out for the new team lottery starting up soon. Loads of great benefits to be won. Have a nice day now. I mean, it's like driving without a license. They make checkpoints for that. The man is all smiles and he pats the bonnet of your car and waves you off. I mean, free prizes. That's pretty cool. I like free prizes. An invitation worth ignoring. It's Saturday, one of the few days off, and you've made the most of it. But as late afternoon draws on, the invitation sits pinned to the fridge, staring accusingly at you. The Channel 1 Gala is a mandatory work event, Bozeman was very quick to tell you, and don't you dare be late. Oh, we gotta go to the work event. No, wait, fuck. Because, like, if I'm playing this like I would, as Ken O'Connor would, fuck work events. I don't go to work events. They're traps, usually. I already missed the anniversary. You're not giving up another Saturday. Fuck. My wife's gonna leave. My wife's having a nervous breakdown because her daughter. No, I need to. My wife needs me. Bozeman is certainly not going to be happy, but then Bozeman wouldn't be happy if he was made king the same day he won the lottery. That's not your problem right now. Right now, anyway. You're entitled to your time off, and you're damn well going to take them. Yeah, absolutely. This level you play is my favorite in the game, hands down. Okay. Alright, let me start getting to work. Come to Bloomin's. Oh, wait, power. What the fuck? Iris, 1 second, baby.
Who's down the sun, have you?
Yes, they've just strapped.
Oh, they replaced the VCR.
No substitute for air conditioning.
You know, I genuinely thought you'd be in a better mood today.
And the phone's gone.
Yes, but he is.
Great. Okay, be right back. The dog is yelling at me. I gotta take her out real quick. Alrighty. Let's do this shit. You're excited? And Nicole, whenever you need to get going out for the day, let me know, and I'll stop streaming then, because I want to make sure you seem to be enjoying being here for these things. So.
Our gun-toting handler.
Who, Andy?
I don't know what the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe from people like his rot.
More like keep us in line. I hate guns. Give me the goodies.
10 seconds, everybody.
So we've got any actual real news tonight?
Well, the world's on fire. That good enough for you? Going in 5.
Oh, he's sweating.
3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight: siege mentality. The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce the unjust and punitive sanctions now entering their 10th week. In a statement from team headquarters a short time ago, Prime Minister Julia Salisbury issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
The World Council should make no mistake. This blockade and the illegal sanctions it seeks to enforce are an act of war and will be treated
What?
as such.
Wait, what?
Any incursion, however slight, into our territory will be met with swift and deadly force. You have been warned.
Three's a crowd. It seems the celebrity wedding of the decade might have been a touch busier than expected. In a photo leaked today, it appears the union of football star Johnny Hamsleeves and his bride, Tiffany Lamour, may have had a few uninvited guests. Scores of drunken revelers gatecrashed the star-studded celebrations and seemingly caused something of a stir. The group swarmed the dance floor in what one onlooker called a conga of shame. At least 3 people were taken to hospital with injuries described as bouquet-related. In it to win it, exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw for all team membership card holders. Every month, lucky winners from across the country will be picked at random to receive
I feel like all the photos aren't as clear as they used to be.
prizes worth more than money used to be. Take-up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one. Hard pill to swallow. Throngs of men take the streets in response to the release of new pharmaceutical responsibility. Remington's Fist's revolutionary male contraceptive pill first hit our shelves earlier this month, and as a result, scores of men have been...
I hate to, like, be on the side of the evil government here, but, like, if there was a male contraceptive pill,
report that they are unable to meet
like,
demand for the wildly popular drug
I don't think that's that bad of an idea.
for upwards of 72 hours. Satisfied CEO Sophia Remington says they've scaled up production.
It's kind of bullshit that birth control is only for girls and not guys.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. Progress today for the stranded scientists of Dante's Taint, as the captain leading their rescue mission is announced. The trapped team have survived in the cave system for many months now, but hope is on the horizon as the expedition leader is announced by the Board of Underground Theoretics. A respected professional with decades of experience, training and knowledge, Captain Audrey Aerospace is said to be the only real choice to successfully save the troubled scientific excursion, but an unfortunate one to be sat next to at a dinner party or social occasion. Burning down the house? The capital was put on high alert last night after disrupt terrorists set an emblematic fire in the heart of Parliament Park. Violent conflict broke out at the demonstration after a mob of so-called protesters
I'm gonna show the fucking fist.
launched an unprovoked attack on community cohesion officers in attendance. While the burning fist of resistance certainly seems a powerful image in these difficult times, fire officials were quick to point out that had they not arrived in time, and I quote, the whole bloody city might be yesterday's burn.
No, but I'm starting to play less as Alex, but I want to play as I want to help Jeremy out.
Feline Football Championship and her proud owner. That's all up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Jeremy's the real W here. Shit, shit, shit. Shit. Fuck! Fuck me! Fuck me! Fuck me! Fuck, 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 fuck.
Every corner of the country to see how the people of this great nation of ours are coping with
Ah!
unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolf in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there?
It's absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking. I'm here with Dr. Anna Burns of the University of Princeton. Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Oh, he's going off. He's going off. What is he saying? He's going off.
They're sweating. And you're part of a team carrying out a study into just what's causing this unbelievable heat. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we want to be able to reassure the public once and for all that there's absolutely nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy their sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
You sound very confident about that.
Oh, very much so. I can say without any hesitation.
Fuck, my broadcast is in the yellow. I've not been in the yellow the entire game, I feel
I've
like.
actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over the world, along with atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we feed it into this state-of-the-art computer, and very soon we'll be getting a high-tech readout of the results.
Blimey, that sounds very fancy.
I should just say...
God, I want to know what's happening on screen one so badly.
Without the generous support of Remington's Fist. This is all thanks to their unrivaled investment in our future, and may I just say, complimentary personal anecdote. Oh, here we go. And, as expected, everything is absolutely fucked. Hang on. This can't be right.
Right, but obviously you said a second ago that everything is absolutely fine, so...
Well, actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
We should be celebrating these ones.
Why, God, why?
Yeah? We need to evolve gills within 40 years.
You look first.
It just says, shit.
Look at you. This is meant to be a celebration. Can't go around looking like that.
Shit.
There you go, much better. Can I just say thank you again to Sophia Remington for providing all of this.
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is running
out. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Abandon hope and return to the forest.
There you are. Enjoy that. I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for just...
Forget about that pesky power button on the fan.
Will reclaim us all.
There you have it, Jeremy. Proof, if proof be need be, that everything is just fine. I'm Megan Wolf, here with science. Back to you.
Megan Wolf there, attempting to do some actual news. Next, heads over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's team membership lottery. Robin?
Thanks, Jeremy.
I like Robin.
I'm here in Scritchford with Gary Failsafe, a janitor at the local school, and Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet.
Amelia
Both
Jackhammer.
At random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this week's amazing prize. How do you feel?
Filled with fervent euphoria.
Yeah, good, yeah.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient. But we're all dying to know, what have you won?
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with Julius Salisbury at one of the capital's top restaurants.
Ooh, swanky.
And I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the gutter in.
That's
What?
absolutely terrific.
That's a shit. What? That's a shit prize.
I've written a poem about it.
So, can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the sixth formers, when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds?
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh. How unexpected.
I don't polish turds. I write poetry.
Potato, potato. So, Gary...
Do you think Peter Clement's going to let me keep the contents of his downpipe?
There's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Would you like
What is going on? God, I cannot wait to watch this one.
When you signed up for team membership, was it in...
Like, this is boring, but I want to see what's going on over here.
I like a flutter, of course, but no, the boss said I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
Oh, I have an unpublished book of sonnets about children. Perhaps you'd like to hear one.
No!
Or an anthology of haikus on the death of innocence.
I'd rather hear about Gary's turd collection.
Really? I thought you might say that.
The interference is
Are you
getting...
alright?
Yes. inspiration, and it's delicious.
Right you are.
Okay, Delia.
Today on the show, there's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple poos.
Here, this bigger is my favourite. See how it's fibrous, really lovely texture.
Would you encourage other people to enter for their chance to win?
If it's colour you're looking for, take a gander at old Blue Eyes here.
The national news lost its way when it covered some crap on a tray.
Some of these are quite rare.
Maybe that was unfair.
And that's all we have time for today. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin. What a lucky pair they are. And finally in this segment, it's over to Patrick Banner.
Patrick!
Who's gone to the smelliest town in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals. Patrick?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. I'm here live in Grizzleford, which has recently voted the smelliest town in the country. And I have to say that, you know, in this heat, the smell really is. I mean, it's something else. Barry Lardons, mate, you've lived here your whole life. How'd you put up with the stink?
Well, we're just all very proud of our achievement, to be honest with you.
You can tell that, look at him, proud as punch.
Do you know what it's like, son, being the second smelliest town?
No, I don't.
Living in the shadow of Arseminster. Those smug fucks. But who's laughing now, eh?
Arseminster. I miss the word. Fuck.
So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Remington's Fist came in and saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built Flard factory.
Yeah, they gave us this
The
big
Flard
presentation
factory.
on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Does this stink not affect your life in every way, Barry? I mean, perhaps if you're filling in a tax return or completing the physical act of love.
It's strong at first, but you get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
So, what's the sickness like?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. It takes a few minutes before you develop any symptoms. Now,
Oh my God.
saying something about the production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water main, but I think it's probably the few
What?
on the high street.
On the high street? Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms?
Well, the first one is asking stupid questions. Then folk experience a loss of inhibition.
Fuck off, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, you stinking old tramp?
A next recording is a period of randomly bursting into song, followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
Oh, that's not really a problem, little song of my life. Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon, and he's wearing sexy shorts now. Oh my God, look at me. I'm like a stallion. I'm gorgeous, why didn't you tell me? I should take my shirt off. You know what? I'll even let you touch me if you want.
That will be the bout of undeserved self-confidence.
Oh my God.
Love the Bannon, feel the Bannon.
Feel the Bannon.
Oh man.
And the ennui.
The ennui.
All that's left now are the hallucination and unconsciousness.
Nana Dottie? Was that you? Why are you made out of elbows? You know I don't eat opinions.
Oh.
Don't worry, folks. Once he wakes up, he'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels. Right.
He just takes the microphone.
All here from Grizzleford, a town that's really making a stink. I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy.
Barry Lardons.
Thanks, Barry. With a naval blockade being set up around our coastline as we speak, when we come back, I'll be talking to 3 members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of course, you've got something better to do. We'll be back.
This next section features a potentially controversial guest, and Barnes may request some censorship if he goes too off-topic. You've done a great job so far keeping everyone happy, so let's keep up the good work.
I am done. It's 200 fucking degrees in here, and I can't do this anymore.
You say this every Friday.
I've done something.
What do you mean?
What have you done? Jeremy?
My mic is still on.
How was that a D? What is this?
That's what I'm talking about? Cat football? We should be doing an interview with the War Minister, or a report from Grantham Downs. Even the weather will be more fucking relevant than this.
Jeremy, please, just breathe. It's just something light to keep people's minds off things.
Exactly, which is wrong. People's minds should be very much on things. Christ, it's so fucking hot.
Please take your seats as quickly as you can.
I can't do this anymore, Jenny. I've had enough. That's it. This is just
10 seconds. Get over yourself, Jeremy. Why don't you stop feeling sorry for yourself for 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News.
Oh my god, he's losing it.
Jeremy Donaldson. Later, we'll be talking to the captain of the territory's first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first, I'm
Professor Pumpkin
with some balmy bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Tell us, what brought all this on?
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank with you. So I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election, and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological foreboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely to leave children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting. I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore pornography.
Is that?
Not according to my therapist.
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard.
Don't forget about that pesky power button on the fan.
It's really affecting my confidence.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
People tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group for people with ailments deemed broadly comical by society. It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
It's just us so far.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a
At all. Not a single person come to our fun run, and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Huh. Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think?
Come down, Mr. Donaldson, that's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you? I'm sorry, it's very hot. What was I thinking?
That you're a team fuck puppet?
No.
Or a sellout cunt?
Apologies. Just a reminder that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't live television, then what is it?
Fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in Capital Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show?
That it was the team pulling Jeremy Donaldson's strings.
No, I didn't say.
Wow, we may have to end that there, unfortunately. What a harmless bit of fun.
Steady on!
This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect.
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin, a ginger tabby with a world-class...
What is happening?
Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go. Not you.
Unhand him at once. Enough. That's enough.
Go off, Jeremy, go off! What?
What are you doing?
Trying not to piss myself.
Alex, cut.
Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare cut to the ads before I tell you to. Now, you in the broadcast centre, Bozeman's little scapegoat, you listen to me. You cut to the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person in this studio. I am thinking about what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time. We all should be. Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lottery winners and bloody cat football? We are on the brink of a siege the likes of which the world hasn't seen in hundreds of years. The enemy is at the gates, and I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots.
I think my hiccups have stopped.
You three, get the fuck out of my studio. Go on, now, go, before I change my mind. Jenny, lock the doors. Lock the doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Now. Good. Yes. Now. Right. You in the broadcast centre. Alex, you listen to me. You pay attention. Now, I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial, but today's going to be a little bit different. Look to your right. Yes, really. Look to your right. There is a VHS tape, and I want you to load it into one of the machines, and when I say so, and not before, you play it. You've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. Now, all cameras.
I assume you won't be playing that tape. This station does not negotiate with terrorists. I hope I've made myself clear. You seem to know what to do.
Every single thing that comes out of this studio is either one-sided or banal. We're going to show the other side for a bit. For a bit of fucking balance. Like the good old days. Alex, play the fucking tape. I don't want to hurt any of you. If I see anything I don't like, I will not
Alex, you're going to get me in trouble with that. Let's hope you made the right call.
Reset the system for the third segment. I imagine the ratings are going to be through the roof.
We got an A+! What have I done? What have I fucking done? What have I fucking done? I didn't think that was gonna happen. This isn't the end of the game, right? I'm not the end. This can't be the end.
Another faceless organization. A shadowy figure with a distorted voice. You've seen it so many times in the movies. Well, this is not a movie.
My name is Alan James.
Ah!
I used to try and shock people for a living, for entertainment. But now we live in a time where perhaps you need to be shocked. Perhaps we need to wake up. Advance are coming for our freedoms. They are coming for the fruits of our labors. They will take our wealth. They will euthanize our parents and smiling throughout. They will turn our children against us if we voice our concerns. But you don't have to accept it. A great many people already won't. You can resist. You can disrupt. Find us. Talk with us. Join us. It isn't hard. We're everywhere.
This wasn't what I planned. I mean, some of it was. I had a speech, look. But this was unexpected.
So what now, Jeremy?
It was supposed to be your day off.
God, please, don't do any more stupid things today.
How long?
You're already live.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News.
Uh-huh.
Joining me, unexpectedly, for I very much imagine will be my last broadcast, are two new guests. Jenny works here at the National Nightly News and is someone I consider, well, a friend. And next to her is, what's your name?
Andy.
Andy's a policeman. Only we don't call him that anymore. He's a community cohesion official.
Officer.
Sorry?
Wait, that's what my son joined.
Community cohesion officer. CCO.
I turned my son into a cop!
Andy, being rebranded.
It's good. it's not about confrontation anymore. You know, the force had its fair share of problems. The team doesn't have as many.
But it still has some.
I couldn't say.
Couldn't or wouldn't?
I don't know what you want me to say.
Christ, you're fucking useless, aren't you? We'll come back to you later. Jenny?
Don't want to be on the news, Jeremy.
Jenny, why did you join the National Nightly News team?
I always wanted to work in news.
Yes, but why specifically this program? The National Nightly News.
It was the news everyone trusted. Is. Do you really want to quibble semantics at gunpoint?
Is there something else you'd rather discuss?
Well, there is a great big Alan James-sized elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring.
What do you mean?
I saw your face when that bit came down. You didn't know, did you?
It's about the message, not the messenger.
Like I said, you didn't know.
No. I didn't know. The people I met were with... He wasn't there.
God,
I didn't know it was Alan James.
I'm sorry. But seriously.
Oh, fuck.
James. You're flushing your life down the toilet for... God, I love you, Jeremy, but...
He's a good speaker. He's popular in the country.
Not right.
Look, forget Alan James.
He's a shitty person, but he's not wrong.
And you know it, Jenny. And you know it, Andy. And you know it too. Meanwhile, I'm interviewing a guest who stinks of shit. Patrick is paddling about in shit, and Robin is literally interviewing someone who collects the fucking stuff. I mean, it's not sophisticated, but what a metaphor. We are sleepwalking our way into oppression, and the news isn't saying anything. We're not saying anything.
Says who? Alan fucking James.
What are all those scientists working on at Grentham Downs? What are they testing underground at Altergrave? Andy, your turn. Make yourself fucking useful. How many people have you brought in for consultations just because they weren't carrying or didn't have team membership cards?
Oh, well, there's other forms of identification that we will accept.
For how long?
We're just here to help.
Then why do you need these? Not really help when it's offered at gunpoint, is it, Andy? Let me demonstrate it for you. Let me help you.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
These cards are my notes on it, and you'll probably digest a fact. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it, Andy? Knowing a fact?
What? I don't
Do you want my help,
Yes,
Andy?
yes, whatever you say, yes.
Security are here, Jeremy.
Eat it.
What?
Eat the fucking news, Andy, or I'll force it down your fucking throat.
Jeremy, stop.
Go on.
Really?
Eat it. Eat it, you fucking bully.
Jeremy, stop. They will kill you. Please, don't make me watch that.
Of course. You're right. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. You can put the card down now, Andy. You can go now. You too, Jenny. Fuck off over there. We're nearly done. All cameras on me. This new regime of ours is so seductive. I understand that. But before we all hand off our freedoms, should we ask to whom we're handing them over? Don't you want to know what's being done in your name? How many people were transitioned last month? A record high. Again, if you care. Shouldn't someone ask Advance how they plan to deal with this blockade? How many years or months of supplies we have? Why aren't we asking these questions instead of, whose shit is this? There's a cat backstage dressed as a fucking goalie, for Christ's sake. He's even got the little gloves. Anyway, that's why I arranged for you all to see that broadcast in the last break. I didn't know it was going to be him, but I guess that just about sums it up. We are all up Ship Creek with a paddle made of Alan fucking James. Christ, it's all so fucking pointless. I was going to quit tonight. Take a holiday. Try something else. Out of the limelight. Maybe try having a relationship. I hear they're nice. Never tried. I loved it.
He loved the news.
Now, well...
God, Jeremy, don't!
No!
I tried my best to be just isn't the news anymore. And I'm sorry.
Ads.
I've lost this fight.
Alex, think of the consequences.
I've let you down.
Please, we can't show
All
this.
of
Cut to the ads.
My name's Jeremy
Now!
Dolls.
Do it now!
If you can. Somehow. And I envy you. Have a peaceful night.
I don't want to play this anymore. I don't want to play this anymore. I don't want to play this anymore. The Donaldson situation has been resolved. Some rude words for broadcast. Interference-free show. An exceedingly poor edit. He played one advert too late. The advance angered by the content. The valves were excellently handled. Fuck the valves. Hi, baby. I'm okay. I can now go on multiple holidays. Should I do the next broadcast, Nicole, or should I watch the rushes? I don't want to hold you up. Hi. Hi. I'm okay. I swear I'm okay. I swear I'm okay. Okay. I gotta see what the fuck Jeremy was... Ah! I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. So we learned a while ago she's very sensitive to when she can detect increased heart rates. Like if I have someone over and they're like overly excited, like she can tell when someone's heartbeat is like freaking out or going too high or something like that. Oh no, it's super useful. It's both a good and a bad thing because heart rates can be elevated for many reasons. And it can be annoying when the reasons are... Yeah, exactly. I won't go further than that. But she can tell that I'm freaking out right now. So, all right. see these goddamn
I'm
pre-rolls.
sweating like Peter Clement in an off-license here.
Okay, we're working on it.
What, you've got someone to hose down the sun, have you?
Yes, they've just strapped on their wax wings.
Classical illusions are no substitute for air conditioning.
You know, I genuinely thought you'd be in a better mood today.
That's a great line.
Yes, but he is.
Classical illusions are no substitute for air
handler.
conditioning.
Andy.
I don't know what the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe from people like Disrupt.
More like keep us in line. I hate guns. Give me the willies.
He hates guns.
So we've got any actual real news tonight.
Well, the world's on fire. That good enough for you? Going in 5, 4, 3.
I knocked off my headset. I didn't think he was actually going to do it. So is it just me, Megan, doing the news going forward now?
All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions, as well as one of the contenders in this year's Feline Football Championship, and her proud owner. That's all up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Wait, what?
What do you think about the global financial situation?
Wait, Jeremy can live? I fucked up?
Asking my own thumb what he thinks about the global financial situation, as well as what 3 members of the general public think about how a nuclear reactor might work.
Could you be a little more dismissive in your delivery? I think there's a viewer out there somewhere who missed it.
Viewers? We still have some of those, do we? Perhaps they're hoping to run into a fact.
Jeremy, get it together.
I'm okay, baby. I'm
Any
okay.
more ammunition.
Oh, no, thank you.
She's like, you were in great distress right now.
But
Okay.
first tonight,
Don't care about
our
you.
team of correspondents has been
I just want
dispatched to every
Jeremy.
corner of the country to see how the people of this great nation of ours are coping with this unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolf in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there?
It's absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking.
Are you fucking kidding me? She's on a beach with a fucking cocktail with what looks suspiciously like actual news.
Would you rather she was here with you? Because that's been going so well recently.
No, I don't want that either. What I want is, well, never mind. Right now, I'd happily settle for a desk fan.
Bozeman will never approve it.
Do you know they have dinner together?
Who?
Bozeman and Megan, and Bozeman's wife, who is lovely, apparently. Who would have thought it? Bozeman managed to persuade some poor, hapless victim to shackle themselves to his ego.
Your mic's still live. And I have met Bozeman's wife, and she is lovely, actually.
What do you mean you've met Bozeman's wife? How come you've met her? I don't even know she exists.
Because in the 8 years I've worked with you, I've never seen you attend a single workplace social event.
I hate them, they're agonising.
Yes.
I should have gone to the fucking
The horror of spending
work
an evening
event.
with your colleagues.
Or I spent an evening with that fucking rapper.
Do you remember when you used to be fun?
Yes, it was about the last time we did the actual news, wasn't it? Before your lot turned into this shit.
I'm sorry. My lot?
Well, it's not my fault, is it? Why are you even here today? I mean, it's supposed to be your day off.
I am not talking to you.
It's supposed to be her day off. God, I want that fucking drink that Megan's drinking. Jeremy's like, look, watching, like she's covering up something big. She's covering up the actual news.
Go. Go!
Go!
Is this okay? Let me cleanest overalls.
Could you? There you have it, Jeremy. Proof, if proof be need be, that
I've
everything is
actually
just
been
fine.
writing about
I'm
the
Megan
moment
Wolf.
we'd
Field
finally
science.
meet Robin.
Back to you.
It's in Iambic
Megan Wolf there.
Oh.
Next, heads over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's team membership lottery. Robin?
I'm here in Scritchford with Gary Failsafe.
Has anyone seen Jenny? Jenny?
Jenny.
Jenny,
Jenny.
can I get a refill, please? I know you can hear me. Don't you walk away from me. Jenny!
Jenny! I got you, Jeremy. I wish they'd give him, like, ridiculous pit sweat. Like, he's got the flop sweat going on, but I want, like... What's funny is they had to film him like this. Like, they had to film, okay, sit in the chair, you're going to sit here for 4 or 5 minutes, keep going for your water, keep fanning yourself down. Like, the commitment to how this game is made.
Makeup!
Makeup?
No, not that. Look, I know it's not your job, but can I get a refill, please? Look, I know it's not your job, and I don't want to come over entitled like a certain co-host of mine, but my throat is dry. And I have to be sat here until the inevitable clusterfuck of an interview that is this, Gary the Shit Collector, comes to an end. So if you wouldn't mind, please. Well, go on then. Thank you.
He is nice to the makeup. Like, he's a good guy. He just wants to do the fucking job. He knows that, like, his entire job and his, like, being is being, like, controlled. He's not the golden boy anymore. He's not the young, sexy, spry face. He just wants to give the national nightly news. And he loved Megan and Jenny, too, back when they were doing the fucking news. It's very tragic.
And that's all we have time for today.
I'm dying to know what I could have done to save him, because I'm hating myself right now.
What a lucky pair they are. And finally in this segment, it's over to Patrick Bannon, who's gone to the smelliest town in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals. Patrick?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes.
Poor bastard.
My God, have you finally found someone in a worse situation than you?
I'm picking up that she might be somewhat annoyed with me.
For your information, Jeremy, me and my lot aren't the reason there's no real news left.
She did not.
Plenty of ideas forward, but they always get squashed up the chain.
Fucking Bozeman.
No, not Bozeman, further up.
Oh, tell me more.
I shouldn't have even said that.
Oh my God. She did not fill that water. Like, if I was like a server, I'd fill that water up all the way. That was not a good pour. That's amateur water hour. Come on. Oh, makeup lady. Makeup lady's cute. No, I know, but still, like, if I'm pissed at him, I know he's gonna keep yelling at me for more water. I'm giving that man all the water he needs, so he won't talk to me ever again. Ah, yes. I miss people doing my makeup. I haven't met people do my makeup since I did theater. It's an oddly relaxing experience.
That's enough now. Have you noticed what's happening to him out there?
Poor Patrick just dying.
He's just called the guest a stinking old tramp. Are we really going to let this continue? Oh, Patrick, why? No, you shouldn't. He's taking his shirt off on national news. Shouldn't we cut away?
It's funny because when I started playing this game, I thought that's gonna be more like what it was gonna be like. Okay, he's definitely being inappropriate. Let's cut away to a different segment. I thought we had to like show like the best segments and like choose what we were showing, but like they actively wanted us to show this.
Okay, he's passed out. He's actually unconscious. Are we going to come back now? Apparently.
I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Barry. With a naval blockade being set up around our coastline as we speak, when we come back, I'll be talking to 3 members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of course, you've got something better to do. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Well, that was stupid, even for you.
I don't care. It's done. I am done. It's 200 fucking degrees in here, and I can't do this anymore.
You say this every Friday.
I've done something.
What do you mean? Jeremy?
My mic is still live.
And the thing he did was give us the tape.
That's what I'm talking about? Cat football? We should be doing an interview with the War Minister, or a report from Grantham Downs. Even the weather would be more fucking relevant than this.
Jeremy, please, just breathe. It's just something light to keep people's minds off things.
Exactly, which is wrong. People's minds should be very much on things. Christ, it's so fucking hot!
Please take your seats as quickly as you can.
I can't do this anymore, Jenny. I've had enough. That's it. This is just
10 seconds! Get over yourself, Jeremy. Why don't you stop feeling sorry for yourself for 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me.
So I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election. And
Yeah, this was all pretty straightforward. I just wanted to see
Fascinating
the
stuff.
makeup stuff
Also
there.
here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological foreboil is.
I want to go when this guy was going off ranting. It's a lovely sound.
I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze,
Mr.
self-hatred,
Truman.
and hardcore pornography.
Is that right?
Not according to my therapist.
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rob.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
Seriously?
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
It's just us so far.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person come to our fun run, and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Yeah, I was going to say the other 3 screens aren't moving.
Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think?
Come down, Mr. Donaldson. That's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you? Apologies. Just a reminder that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't like
This game is like a scrub. I can go back and forth
Fuckfest of
on.
propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right. Great! Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in Capital Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show?
What a harmless bit of fun.
Steady on! This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect.
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin, a ginger tabby with a world-class pair of penalty
Professor
paws.
Pumpkin for the
Is that
win.
really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go. Not you.
Unhand him at once.
Enough! That's enough! Enough!
What are you doing?
Trying not to piss myself.
Alex, cut.
Don't you dare! Don't you fucking dare cut to the ads before I...
Okay, I've seen all this now. Sequence 3 melt. Wait, so like sequence 1 foreign minister. Have there been other sequences that I could have seen throughout the game? Like sequence 1. Sequence 1, one thing there. Sequence 3 melt. You loved my reaction for what? For the when he took the gun? I'm pretty sure we've seen all of Meltdown, but just want to look at it real quick.
How long?
Jeremy, please.
How long?
17 seconds.
And the studio doors are all still locked?
Yes. So what now?
I don't know. This wasn't what I planned. I mean, some of it was. I had a speech, look. But this was unexpected.
So what now, Jeremy?
He generally cares for Jenny too. He's like, you weren't even supposed to be here. Andy. Nicole, it's so bad. I really want you to be involved with these devs or these people in some capacity now. Like, your, like, love and, like, passion for this shit is, like, I sense it.
Something deeply wrong. And you know it, Jenny? And you know it, Andy? And Grantham Downs. What are they testing underground at Altergrave? Andy, your turn. Make yourself fucking useful. How many people have you brought in for consultations just because they weren't carrying or didn't have team membership cards?
Oh, well, there's other forms of identification that we will accept.
For how long?
We're just here to help.
Then why do you need these? Not really help when it's offered at gunpoint, is it, Andy? Let me demonstrate it for you. Let me help you. Hold high, again, if you care. Shouldn't someone ask Advance how they plan to deal with this blockade? How many years or months of supplies we have? Why aren't we asking these questions?
Is it bad that I kind of want to see the cat?
I loved the news. And now, well...
Oh God, Jeremy, don't!
I've tried my best to be honest with you, but this just isn't the news anymore. And I'm
Cut to
sorry.
the ads!
I've lost this
Alex.
fight.
Cut to the ads!
I've let you down.
Please, we can't show
All
this.
of you.
Cut to the ads!
My name's Jeremy
Now!
Donaldson.
Do it now!
If you can, somehow. And I envy you if you can. Have a peaceful night.
Have a peaceful night.
Jeremy!
A day later, a tape to remember. You got to bounce? Okay. No. You are fine. I just want to get to the next broadcast, so I'm going to answer these questions until I get to the next broadcast. I'm going to stop there, okay? You wake up still partly in shock from what you saw on the news last night. What you had to edit on the news last night. When you come downstairs, you find your family sat in the living room waiting for you. Sam swallows, hesitating before starting. We were so worried about you last night, Jeremy. With the gun, Sam chokes down a sob. It was awful. On national television, how could he do that? And now, after a horrible pause, Sam finally asks, "Are you okay, honey?" I can't believe he's gone. Sam looks to the kids and back to you. We saw that you chose to play that tape. I couldn't help but wonder why. It seemed like the right thing to do. That's not good enough. Disrupt are bad people. I can't believe you did that. Charlie's outburst seems to come out of nowhere. No one in the room is prepared for it. Do you even think about how this stuff affects people? You're a fucking idiot. Sam tries to interject Charlie, but he's already slammed the door. Charlie was always a bit of black and white about this sort of thing. Yeah, I made my son a fucking cop. For what it's worth, Alex, I think you're in an impossible situation. Somehow you managed to make the right call. Sam throws their arms around you. Only you were stuck in the studio having to make that choice. No one can criticize what you did. I'm proud of you. You've never been so grateful to have Sam's support. You take a deep breath and gather your thoughts. It's a lot to take in. You're not sure you fully processed what happened last night, let alone what Charlie and Sam think about it all. You look to your daughter. I know this is an incredibly difficult thing, but we don't always agree, but I do think you made the right choice. Susie smiles at you. You had to play it, there was just no other option. You put an arm around her and give her an affectionate squeeze. It's nice you've at least got some company. The TV is playing through its old Western show, but it's not quite as distracting as you've hoped. You were never going to please anyone. Ugh! Oh, big jump. A questionable choice. You got off work early today, a rare enough occurrence to put a spring in your step. As you close the front door, you can hear excited conversation bubbling in the kitchen. Yeah, absolutely, Nicole. Clearly someone's popped around for a cuppa on Sam's Friday off. Hopefully there's still some biscuits left. As you see, Sam, Susie, and Zach are all laughing and discussing something. As soon as she sees you, your daughter turns and enthusiastically presents your hand with a which sports a prominent diamond ring. Look, Zach proposed. We're engaged. That's amazing. I'm happy for you. The pair of them end up staying for dinner. They've moved pretty quickly, but when you know, you know. You're genuinely pleased for them. Whatever happens, you'll always be there for her, either way. That was a quick one. Oh god, we've passed the year mark. I've been working over a year now. Over here? Is this the broadcast? Day 3. What? What?
Good evening, Alex.
Okay. Okay. Quit to main menu. Leave. Yep. Quitting.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight.
All right. Thanks for being here, Nicole. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Honestly, I don't think anyone's on. Yeah, everyone's enjoying their 4th of July. No one's streaming right now. But yeah, I'll stream this again whenever you're ready, Nicole. So you tell me when, and I'll jump right back into it. Cause I gotta reach an ending. Gotta reach an ending. All right. Enjoy the rest of your 4th of July, everyone, and everything will be okay. Have a peaceful night. Bye.
Now you start to see, yes, the people